Hello, I'm Jason Osan. I'm doing for the Comprehensive Growth and Development Project. I am doing a part A, and the country studied is Brazil. Looking at the GDP, the GDP purchasing power parity is currently listed at $2.194 trillion according to 2010 estimates, and this is in US dollars. This has grown since the 2006 numbers of 1.655 trillion, which is great, which basically shows that the economy has grown over the years. And GDP growth, looking at other countries such as the BRIC countries, which are going to grow economically. Brazil is forecasted to continue growing. Uh, Unemployment right now is currently listed at 7%, according to 2010 estimates. This has gone down 3% since 2006 estimates, which is basically great, and as we can see since July 2009 it has continued to go down. So basically with more unemployment there means there's the poverty cycle is being broken, so with more employment meaning that the country will continue growing. The growth rate of the GDP is currently listed at 7.5. Uh, the growth rate has gone up 5.5% since 2006. And we can see through this graph that GDP growth always has been positive, it has always keep on growing, except in January of 2009 and the month after. But this can be given to the fact that the recession was hitting pretty hard in all nations, so it is understandable why the GDP was shrinking. Inflation is currently at 5% according to 2010 estimates. It has gone down about 2.1% since 2006. This basically shows that the cost of living in Brazil has deflated, which is good. Basically makes people have more income to spend to grow the economy. And as we can see through this graph, inflation has gone down, but has gone up currently right now, which is not good, but this can be attributed to the growing price of oil. The Human Development Indicators, it's currently 73rd with high human development. But so this is good, but let's compare it to other nations such as Canada, which is listed at 8th, Argentina, which is a neighbor in the South America, which is listed at 46, or compared to one of the poorest nations of Cameroon, is at 131st. The life expectancy at birth is 72.5 years according to 2011 data. It has gone up over a year since 2003. Basically shows that the quality of life in healthcare has been better. The expected years of schooling is currently at 13.8 years. This is good too, meaning that the being educated, which is giving more high income jobs, which is allowing the country to develop even further. Or we can look at one of the G20 countries, such as the Netherlands, who has 17 years, or Zimbabwe, with 9 years. So compared to these countries, Brazil is right in the middle. So basically, it's going to continue to grow. GNI per capita, according to the, is now at 10,847 US dollars to 2010 estimates. This is good because people have more income, and compared to 2000 numbers, it has grown up for $4,000 in the past decade. More people have their incomes have grown. The literacy rate is now at 90%, according to 2007 data. Has gone up 4.7% since 1997, which basically shows Brazil keeps on growing and improving every year. The homicide rate per 100,000 is 22. This statistic is important because if there's low numbers of murder, it basically means that the country's more stable, people have more income. But if it's really high, such as Venezuela, people have low income. And Argentina, which is 46 on the HDI ranking, has 5.2. So Brazil, if it continues growing economically, then homicide rate should go down. Uh, this is an HDI comparison between other South American countries. Brazil is currently in the middle at 0.77 about. Uh, it is more developed than Peru. It has even been Peru since 1970, and as you can see, it has grown by a lot over the past 40 years. However, it's still lower than Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay. So over time, as the trends showing with the increasing GDP and all the other factors and data, the HCI ranking should improve. The budget and trade, the deficit is currently 60.8% of the GDP to 2010 estimates. The deficit size by the numbers is 310.8 billion. This is a very bad number because if the government continues to have a deficit, means that the country will be less stable economically and also will be uncertain if the government continue with its social programs as they continue in deficit. And the trade surplus is great. They have a 1.86 billion according to April 2011 to the most recent stats. So basically shows that trade-wise they're doing great. The population and the total population is 203,429,773. This is a high population, which basically makes it tougher for jobs to go around, but apparently, as we can see, unemployment is low, so a lot of people have jobs. And the bulk of the population is 15 to 64 years old. So basically shows these are perfect years for jobs. So if they keep, and with this high number of the population being that age bracket, means that jobs should continue to grow and GDP should increase as well. The Gini coefficient is now at 55%. It has gone down 5.7% since 1998. This is great, meaning that they have more equal income distribution. Currently, this can also be shown through the Lorenz curve, which is currently at with the 2011 stats. The 2011 curve has moved closer to the line of equality, or we can see through this other graph. The middle class has expanded, which basically means more people have more income. Labor force is about 103 million, according to 2003 estimates. Agriculture makes 6.1% of the GDP. Industry 26.4% of the GDP, and services make 67.5% of the GDP. This basically shows that it's mostly a service-based economy, and with this graph we can see that it's even more broken down the jobs that people have in Brazil. Natural resources and land use. It produces a lot of natural resources and minerals such as bauxite, gold, iron ore, manganese, nickel, phosphate, which is good. It has a lot of minerals and also has a lot of energy resources such as petroleum and hydropower, which is great. The land is the amount of arable land in Brazil is 7%. Permanent crops, which means that it's the amount of crops that don't need to be reseeded every year is at 0.89%. This can be given to the rainforest, and other basically means that has gone to cities and things as the like. The impact of culture and politics. 2010, Brazil elected a new president named Dilma Rousseff. She promised to continue the social and economic achievements of Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. She will also concentrate on removing extreme poverty and keep the country in a sustainable development path. However, she has to face the challenge of keeping inflation under control. The people are content with the government, meaning stability and not much corruption. So basically, this shows that Brazil should have a continuing trend of growing economic prosperity and growth. So the people should see their income rise and the income the equality should increase too. The culture in Brazil, even though women make 40% of the population, they are usually in low-paying jobs such as teaching, administrative support, and nursing. And also, racially, darker brown-skinned people are economically disadvantaged. So basically, if they improve the lives of women, the economy should grow even more because we need more skilled workers and stuff like that. So now Chang will do part B, and thank you very much.